Hello friends, welcome to Affairs Cloud Learn to Lead Current Affair channel. This is Ashish Bansal here to present you the current affairs of 25th August 2020. You can see here the current affairs of 25th August 2020 we will cover today. Very important 20 to 22 news for your examination point of view. Now you can purchase our PDF capsules by subscribing our channel and by subscribing our PDF capsule from our website. What you will get in the PDF capsule? You will get date-wise current affair. It means you will get daily current affairs. You will get question and answers on the daily PDF. You will get weekly current affairs, weekly test also, and even monthly current affair and monthly test also. If you want 10% extra discount, then you can use code ASH10. It means ASH10. It will provide you extra 10% discount. The Affairs Cloud daily current affair PDFs and weekly and the monthly PDFs definitely act as pedestrian to those who are preparing for the competition examination, like any exam, like banks exam like SBI, IBPS, RRB, even SSC, Railway, UPSC and State Civil Services or the state exams. We recommend you to follow our daily, weekly and monthly current affairs PDF before attend any type of exam. You will also get the current affairs subscription, that PDF, quizzes, articles and weekly test. To subscribe our PDF module, then you can visit our website, that is affairscloud.com/current-affairs. Now we can start the 25th August 2020 current affairs. These current affairs are prepared from very useful and valuable resources like the very important newspapers, The Hindu, The Economic Times, PIB, Times of India, and even business standard newspapers like Indian Express, PTI, and government official website. So, no current affair will be outside from our PDF module. So, be prepared and start 25th August 2020 current affair. Let's start with the first question. Who is the chairman of India's first 30-member National Council for Transgender Person? This is the first time that a new body is created by the central government. This is the National Council for Transgender Person. Total members are 30. First you have to tell me who is the chairman of this council. Shri Thawar Chand Gehlot, Krishan Pal Gurjar, Ratan Lal Kataria and Ramdas Athawale. Many persons know here is the Ramdas Athawale and the Thawar Chand Gehlot, and two are Krishan Pal Gurjar, Ratan Pal Kataria. I am giving you one hint that Shri Thawar Chand Gehlot is currently Union Minister of Social Justice and Empowerment. And these three persons like Krishan Pal Gurjar, Ratan Lal Kataria and Ramdas Athawale are all three are Minister of State under the Social Justice and Empowerment Ministry. Now tell me answer within 5 seconds. I think I give you so much time, and the answer is Shri Thawar Chand Gehlot. Who will be the Minister of Social Justice and Empowerment will act as Chairman of National Council for Transgender. In future also this will happen. You can see here the image that national government forms the National Council for Transgender Persons. Now, this comes under the Transgender Person Act of 2019, which was passed in 2019 by the central government. Now, this council consists of 30 members. Now, 30 members, under 30 members, one is chairperson, one is vice chairperson, 13 members, 14 nominated members, and one is the member secretary. You just have to remember how many members are there and who is currently the chairman of that Transgender Council. What is the function of this Transgender Council? This National Council of Transgender Person to advise, monitor and evaluate measures for the protection of the rights of the transgender community. It means to uplift the transgender community by the means of the social protection or by means of the economic. It means for the socio-economic factors, this council will helpful for this community. Council will work with states. It means the council will also work with the state to establish all the transgender welfare boards at state level also. It means central government created, but states also create these bodies. This council will help to establish that bodies in the state level. Now, related news like past news related to this. to celebrate International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking on the theme Better Knowledge for Better Care, Ratan Lal Kataria, that is the State Minister of Social Justice and Empowerment, has virtually launched Nasha Mukt Bharat. Now this is important. Which ministry launched Nasha Mukt Bharat campaign? You have to tell me the answer. That is the Social Justice and Empowerment. This is the question and this is the past news related to this department. Now moving to the next question. Which state celebrates 2020 Nokhai Johar Agriculture Festival on 23rd August? That is very important because many times examiner asks the name of the festival, or by giving the name of festival they can ask you the state. Now we are just considering that we are asking the festival and we are asking the state. Now tell me which is the answer. That is the Nokhai Johar Festival. Tell me the answer within 5 seconds. I am waiting your answer. And the answer is both A and C. That is the Odisha and Chhattisgarh. Odisha and Chhattisgarh both celebrates Nokhai Johar festival. It is also known as the Nokhai Johar. It is also known as the Nokhai Parab. Parab means the festival. And it is also known as the Nokhai Betghat. Betghat, because it was celebrated at the area of the Betghat. That's why it is known as the Nokhai Betghat. You can see here the image. This is the agricultural festival. That's why we included this type of wheat formation. This is the agriculture festival. Nua means new or khai means eat. It means the festival of agriculture. That is the new dishes are prepared and served. The farmers offer the first produce of the season to the presiding deity goddess, that is the Samleshwari of the Sambalpur, Odisha, also known as the Mahasaraswati Mahalakshmi. She is from the Sambalpur, Odisha goddess. That's why it is known as the Samleshwari. About Odisha, what is the capital of Odisha? All you know, that is the Bhubaneswar. Chief Minister is very famous. That is Naveen Patnaik from the year 2000. He is the Chief Minister. Governor is Ganeshi Lal. About Chhattisgarh, capital is Raipur. Chief Minister is the Bhupesh Baghel. And Governor is the Anusuya Uike. Now, there are one or two more things important in the Odisha. That is the national park in the Odisha. Now tell me, what are the national parks in the Odisha? And the famous one is the Bhitarkanika. And second one is the Simlipal. Simlipal is also a national park and also a biosphere reserve. That is important. So two national parks are there. Next question is Chamber of Marathwada Industry and Agriculture. It means from the Marathwada, means it is from the Maharashtra. Chamber of Marathwada Industries and Agriculture has joined hands with which organization to set up a help desk for micro, small and medium scale industries. It means this help desk will help MSMEs for providing information on various government safety guidelines like schemes, any sport measure during the COVID-19. Then this help desk will help, and this can be in the form of the telephonic consultation. Now you have to tell me which organizations have joined hand with CMIA, that is the Chamber of Marathwada Industries and Agriculture. Tell me answer fast. And the answer is United Nations Development Program to help the Chamber of Marathwada Industries and Agriculture. I already told you, you can see in the picture here. I already told you it is for the providing information on various government safety guidelines, any regulatory norms, schemes and sport measures during the COVID-19 related business challenges pandemic. Because due to COVID-19, many industries are now open and they don't know any government policy, any safety guidelines. That's why this help desk will help to open the more industries. The help desk will be active till Jan 2021. It means government is hoping that till 2021 that COVID-19 situation will be taken care. About Chamber of Marathwada Industries Agriculture, I already told you, no need to remember the president name. You have to remember only the headquarter. I already told you that is Marathwada names related to the Maharashtra. That is important. United Nations Development Program, administrator is Ashim Stinner and headquarter is New York. All knows that United Nations headquarter is New York. You have to tell me what are the members, how many members in the United Nations currently there, United Nations General Assembly. Tell me in the comment box. I will see all the comment box because every day I see comment box, and according to your suggestions, I will keep changing my strategy and include more current affairs. Now, recent related news related to this, that is the World Environment Day, that is all you know, that is the 5th June celebrated. Shri Nitin Gadkari has launched UNDP National Awareness Campaign, that is prevention of human and animal mortality on highways. Recently, I already told you that Nitin Gadkari ji launched that we will eliminate all accident fatalities by 2030. Now, this is again prevention for human and the mortality on highways by the accident causes. Now, next question is, in which state the longest ropeway distance over a river in the entire country? That is very important. Longest ropeway distance over a river in the entire country. It means, suppose this is a river, this is the north end, this is the suppose this is the west end, this is the east end, and you have to cross the river, but the flow of the river is so fast, so you can't cross. So there is a rope way to cross that river. This is very interesting. You have to tell me in which state this is inaugurated. I am giving you hint. The river name is Brahmaputra. So you can easily eliminate the options. In Uttar Pradesh, there is no Brahmaputra. In Sikkim, there is no Brahmaputra. So answer can be either Assam or Arunachal Pradesh. So give me answer, or you can answer the Assam. The answer is right because it is in Guwahati, Assam. You can see in the picture that there is a river and this is the ropeway. You can cross the river by this timber train. Guwahati Passenger Ropeway project connecting the northern and the southern banks of the Brahmaputra river was inaugurated. Brahmaputra enters in India from the Arunachal Pradesh, where it is known as the Dehang river. After that, Brahmaputra enters to Assam, and after that it enters to Bangladesh. In Bangladesh, it is known as Jamuna. It comes from China, and in China, it is known as the Sangpo. So it is about the river Brahmaputra. The ropeway service is 1.2 kilometer long. It means the ending and the starting point of the river from the east to west point is the 1.8 kilometer. And it is the longest ropeway distance over a river in the entire country. This is very important. And it will be operational by the 24th August 2021, and the total cost is 56 crore. No need to remember the total cost. It connects, this is important if you are preparing for the Assam state exam, it connects Kachari Ghat to the Rajdwar village. It is very important. It connects two villages, that is the Kachari Ghat to the Rajdwar village. It means it connects to the Guwahati to the North Guwahati. You can also ask that it can connect Guwahati to the North. So these are the important part. And about Assam, you know that is capital is Dispur, Chief Minister is Sarbananda Sonowal. Recent related news related to the state Assam. Recently, Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal announced that upgradation of Pobba Reserve Forest as a wildlife sanctuary. Again, you examiner can be asked that Pobba Reserve Forest or Pobba Wildlife Sanctuary is in which state? That is Assam. And one more news that recently was in news that the Assam Bagjan oil well recently blow out by the fire incident, and a committee was established to investigate that matter. That is the Justice BP Katake, the head of that committee. It was headed by the Justice BP Katake, and it is established, this committee is established by National Green Tribunal. Next question is, which country with India co-chaired the first National Coordination Committee meeting over a virtual platform? This is a normal meeting. It is not like any defense meeting. Which country with India co-chaired the first national coordination committee meeting, so that both countries bilateral relation can be upgraded, and you have to tell me which country. That is Israel, Uzbekistan, Russia or Germany. Tell me the answer fast within 5 seconds. You can tell me the answer. Answer is Uzbekistan. That is new country in news. That is Uzbekistan. We already have a relation with the Uzbekistan, but to upgrade our relation, we collaborated with this meeting. What are the issues we discussed? That is on the bilateral interest, line of credit projects, like how much money we are giving, how much money we are taking. Bilateral trade and investments were discussed during this meeting. India and Uzbekistan signed over a almost 300 million USD pact. No need to remember again the figure. Major pact in the field of the pharmaceuticals. Other projects were also there, like in the form of amusement parks, automobiles, hospitality industry, but major it is related to the pharmaceutical industry. What is about Uzbekistan? President is the Shavkat Mirziyoyev. Prime Minister is the Abdullah Aripov. Capital is the Tashkent, and most important currency is the Som, Uzbekistani Som. Next question. Who released 2 reports of Indian Association of Parliamentarians on the population and development? Now, 2 reports recently published. I will tell you what are the names of that reports. But firstly, you tell me that who released that 2 reports of the Indian Association of Parliamentarians on population and development. It means if there is a population and development, then it leads to the demography. It means these reports are related to the demography. Tell me who released that reports. Shri Narendra Modi, Dr. Harshvardhan, Dr. Shri Ramnath Kovind, Shri Venkaiah Naidu. Now tell me answer, and answer is Shri Venkaiah Naidu. It means our Vice President of India released that 2 reports. You can see here, one report is related to elderly population in India's status and support system, how they can support us in the future, and what is the current scenario of the elderly population. Now, second report is related to the sex ratio at the birth in India. There is no change in the sex ratio at birth in India if we are comparing to the 2001 and 2011. Status of sex ratio that describe that about the imbalance of the number of females and male in the population. You all know that sex ratio is about how much females are there out of the 1000 males. Elderly population in India's status and support system, which highlights the issue of the elderly population in the country and states some useful recommendation to improve their plight, so that we can improve their health, we can improve their status at the early or the elderly stage. Recent news related to this. One is that a report that named as the Towards a Clean Energy Economy, post COVID-19 opportunity for India energy and mobility sector. Now we are here to discuss about the opportunities for India energy and mobility sectors after the COVID-19 problem. Now, this report is released by the Niti Aayog, that is the National Institution for Transforming India, with the support of the Rocky Mountain Institute. Now, second report, that is the Toxic Truth. Children exposure to lead population undermines a generation of future potential. It means how many children are poisoned by the lead and affects the lung system and their health. That is under this report, and this report is published by the or organized by the United Nations Children Fund, that is the UNICEF, and the Pure Earth. So you have to remember just the report name and who published or who released that report. Next question. The first ever State Dragonfly Festival 2020. That is again important. It is the first ever Dragonfly Festival 2020, also known as the Thumbi Mahotsav 2020, was launched by the Worldwide Fund for Nature. This festival belonged to which state? There are 2 or 3 questions in this news. That is, first is Dragonfly Festival 2020, or also known as the Thumbi Mahotsav 2020. Which state related to this festival? And this festival is launched by which organization? That is Worldwide Fund for Nature, India unit. Now tell me the answer. Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, or the Karnataka? Give me answer. And 5 seconds are over, and answer is Kerala. Kerala celebrates this Dragonfly Festival 2020. You can see here Dragonfly and WWF Fund Jo India hai, that collaborated with that. The festival will culminate with the State Dragonfly Summit, most probably in January 2021. It leads to the summit of the related to the dragonflies in January 2021. And most important question, that is the official mascot of the festival is the Pantalu. Pantalu or Pantalu. That is also a name of the dragonfly. You can see here Pantalu dragonfly. That is the mascot of this festival. As a part of the fest, initially training of trainers. It means the dragonfly trainers provided with some training. This is organized training, and this will to get more people trained on Dragonfly so that they can act as a resource person for various upcoming events, so that we can use Dragonfly's resource for the future generation. Now, recent news related to this, that Chief Minister, Kerala government announced that a new scheme, that is the Chief Minister Entrepreneurship Development Program. Many state governments started schemes related to this, that due to COVID-19, unemployment rate is also increased, and even small scale industries lost all their capitals because they have to pay the interest to the banks. That's why they are just losing their hope in the COVID-19 pandemic. To regain their hope, to regain their business strategy, state governments are providing some funds. That's why Kerala government started the Chief Minister Entrepreneurship Development Program. By this, they will provide some type of money to the startups and small entrepreneurs. This program is implemented by Kerala Finance Corporation because the money which is needed to fund that startups, it is provided by the Kerala Financial Corporation. Next question, where was the Naval Commanders Conference 2020 held? Now, this is the first time that Naval Commanders Conference held, and this is held at Mumbai, Bhopal, Goa or New Delhi. Now, Naval Commander Conference 2020, it is very simple, that is headquarters in New Delhi, that's why it is held in New Delhi. What is the Naval Commander Conference? Under this conference, many naval commanders at same level can meet with their other commanders and with the other higher official government. So, with the interaction, you can know each other well. And this is the first Naval Commander Conference that is held in New Delhi. Rajnath Singh addressed the opening session of this conference because it is a 3-day conference. That's why Rajnath Singh addressed the first day conference. What about Indian Navy? That headquarters is in New Delhi, I already told you. And most important, Chief of the Naval Staff, that is the Admiral Karamveer Singh. Admiral Karamveer Singh. Next question. Which company has launched the Anywhere School initiative in more than 250 countries around the world? This is again due to the COVID-19, the Anywhere School initiative, so that who adopted the online schooling or online reading or the learning, then they can use this initiative by which company? That is the Amazon, Google, Zoom or iQuest. Amazon, Google, Zoom or iQuest. iQuest is an initiative of an IITians, and Zoom, all you know, Google and Amazon, famous companies. And the answer is Google. Google launched this. You can see here, Google launches the Anywhere School. The initiative is expected to benefit millions of students. By default, it is a Google initiative, so it is expected to benefit millions of students by switching learning from home due to pandemic. What will happen under this initiative? Google will roll out over 50 new features across products like Google Meet. You can talk or you can teach through Google Meet. Their software Classroom, you can also teach on Classroom. G Suite, that is the Google Suite by which you can prepare presentation, you can use the Excel sheets and the other products also. Google Classroom will be available in 10 additional languages. This is very important. It means now globally it will present 54 languages. This is very important because many countries have different languages. That's why Google Classroom support 54 different global languages. Google is also bringing assignments, that's for the teacher initiative, because teachers can distribute or grade the work of the students or analyze their performance. Next question, which former player or players inducted into the International Cricket Council Hall of Fame of the class of 2020? Now 2020, some player or players are elected for the Hall of Fame, that is a Cricket Hall of Fame. You have to tell me what are the player or the player's name. Jack Ellis, all you know, from the South Africa. Liza Caprini-Sathelkar, that is Australian cricketer, lady cricketer. Syed Jahir Abbas Kirmani, that is from Pakistan. Now tell me what is the answer, or all of three are elected for the International Cricket Council Hall of Fame. Now answer is all of these. All three are selected for the International Cricket Council Hall of Fame. You can see here, that is Kirmani ji and Jack Ellis, and she is Liza Sathelkar. They received this Hall of Fame. total 93 players till date from the 2019 elected for the selected for the Hall of Fame. Recent related news is very important. It can be asked in exam that Shashank Manohar stepped down as the chairman of ICC after his two-year term. It means he served for 4 years and now he resigned, and new temporary chairman become Imran Khwaja. He was a deputy chairman during the Shashank Manohar time period, but now he was elected as the interim chairman. It means temporary chairman. Who is the CEO? That is important, Manu Sahni. And who is the interim chairman? That is the Imran Khwaja. Now there is very much confusion, that is chairman or the CEO. So you have to remember one thing. I is the interim, I is the Imran. So you have to remember that is the interim chairman is the Imran and chief executive officer is the Manu Sahni. Headquarter is Dubai. Very much asked in the newspaper. Next, which company backed the 2020 Global Water Award? Global Water for the water saving purpose or for the rainwater harvesting. Which company save water and use water, but they saved much more than they use. So, which company won that award? WAG company, Bisleri, Kinley, or none of these? Tell me answer within 5 seconds. I'm giving you the hint that this company's water waste plant is going in Chennai. Now give me answer, and the answer is WABAG company. You can see here WABAG. There is the Global Water Award given to that company. This is the water retreatment plant. WABAG bagged 2020 Global Water Award. That is, it's 45 million liters a day tertiary treatment reverse osmosis plant at Coimbatore in the Chennai. I already told you it was established in Chennai. It is this award is given because of the wastewater project of the year. And Chennai is the first Indian city to reuse more than 20% of its treated wastewater. Because in the Chennai, Tamil Nadu and Rajasthan, they used rainwater harvesting at the underground or the rooftop. So by using these techniques, they can reuse this water and the water scarcity problem can be solved. So everyone who is also watching this video can give a message to use the rainwater harvesting technique so that we can save water. The Global Water Awards were established in 2006 by Global Water Intelligence. Now this is important, who won this award. Next question. Which country successfully launched new optical remote sensing satellite, that is the Gofen 905. 05 means it is the 5th series. Gofen 9 is the name. So tell me, this can be asked in the banking exam. Very important question for the banking. That is the India, France, Japan or the China. Give me answer within 5 seconds. This is the 5th time Gofen 9 launched and that's why it is known as the Gofen 905. And the answer is China. You can see here that is the Gofen 0509 and China launched this optical remote sensing satellite. Its main work of this satellite is to for the urban planning, land surveying, road network design, agriculture, the disaster relief are main uses of the Gofen satellite. So the Gofen satellite will send pictures and we can prepare according to that. This launch is the 343rd mission of the China of the Long Mark rocket series, that is the 23rd in the 2020. You can see here during the COVID they are very active in the space missions, that is the 23rd in the 2020. Gofen 9 is an optical remote sensing satellite developed by the aerospace Dongfeng Satellite Co Limited. It is a satellite limited company of the China. The major upcoming Chinese mission is probably the Chang'e 5 lunar sample return. Chang'e 5 already in the space and it will return in 2020. Recent related news also important because China sent a new high resolution mapping satellite, that is the Zhuan 3. That's why it is known as the 03. Zhuan 3. It was sent 2 times before that, developed by the China Academy of Space Technology. It means there are 2 news related to the mapping satellite. One is the Gofen 5 and second is the Zhuan 3. Next is learn from picture news, that is the Arogya Setu Open API. API, it means to help the people, business and to economy to return to normalcy. It means if you have 50 people in the factory, then how you will check they are corona positive or corona negative? Then by Arogya Setu, this open API app feature, you can check that their positiveness or their negativeness about the corona 19. The organization and business entities who are registered in India with more than 50 employees can avail this feature. Using Open API service, they can query the Arogya Setu app in real time and get the health status of their employees or any other Arogya Setu user. They can check that this employee is corona positive or this is negative, or this is not only for the employees, they can check any other Arogya Setu user, but they need the Arogya Setu user permission for their health, to check their health status. It means by their consent, they can check the health status of any user of the Arogya Setu. It was developed by the Arogya Setu team. By default, it is the Arogya Setu API. So it is prepared by the Arogya Setu team. Now, next news again from the picture, learn from picture part. That is the Coast Guard ship C449 commissioned. C449 commission, it is prepared by L&T Group. Next question is, who wrote the book Delhi Riots 2020, The Untold Story? This book was in news because some publishers don't want to publish that news because it can create a controversy. That's why it was in news. But now it is published. It is set to publish Delhi Riots 2020. Monica Arora, Sonali Chitlakar, or the Prerna Malhotra? Now tell me what is the answer. Monica Arora, advocate; Sonali Chitlakar, political science teacher; and Prerna Malhotra, English teacher. And the answer is all of these. All of these wrote this book, and you can see the image of this book, Delhi Riots 2020, An Untold Story. This is like a real-time story. It is published by the Garuda Prakashan, headquartered in Gurugram. 190-page book, and 3-day violence that affected Northeast Delhi in February 2020. All know, in which the students of the Jawaharlal Nehru University and other universities taken. This is the Northeast Delhi incident under this book, Delhi Riots 2020. Next, again learn from picture that day celebrated on 23rd August 2020. That is the International Day for the Remembrance of the Slave Trade and its abolition. Because slave trade was very much prevalent during the time period of the French Revolution, like during the time period of 1789. French also used the slave trade. They used the packed slaves from the African coast and used the slaves for the agriculture purposes. But after that it was abolished, but again by Napoleon it was started. So permanently now it is abolished in the maximum countries, and for this remembrance of this day, 23rd August celebrated as the International Day for the Remembrance of Slave Trade and its abolition. Which state government has launched a new scheme, promotion of intensive aquaculture through introduction of biofloc technology during the year 2020-21? Now, in simple words, you can say to increase the fishery production, to increase the aquaculture business, or to promote the aqua farming, state government started the biofloc technology. Now, I will tell you what is the biofloc technology. First, you will tell me which state started this promotion incentive technology. Now the answer is, give me 5 seconds, and I will tell you the answer. Give me 5 seconds, and answer is Odisha. Odisha started this scheme to, you can see here, started this to increase the fish productivity and make the state self-sufficient for the fish production. By default, if the fish production will increase, the income and the livelihood support to the entrepreneurs, unemployed youth during the COVID-19 situation will also increase. This is very important because Odisha coastal line is very much prevalent for the fishery, and under this program 1080 biofloc tanks will be deployed. Biofloc tanks are those tanks in which 1000 to 1500 number of quality fish inserted, and it's aimed to produce 500 kg fish. It's aimed to produce 500 kg fish in the next 6 months. This is the aim of this biofloc tanks. Once 1000 to 1500 number of quality fish inserted, and after 6 months, the aim is to produce 500 kg fishes. This is the function of the biofloc. The subsidy will be provided. Subsidy is given by the center government, and some money is given by the state government. It is in the ratio of the 60:40. But the money also, the subsidy also is divided between the two categories, that 40% subsidy. If the person belongs to the general category, then subsidy will be the 40%. And if the person belongs to the SC, ST, or if she is woman, then the subsidy will be the 60%. 40% for the general category and 60% for the SC, ST and women. Same started by the Haryana government, same started by the Bihar government, same started by the UP government, that 40% for the general, 60% for the SC, ST. And total outlay is the 3 crore 10 lakhs or 310 lakhs rupees. Now, recent in news Odisha, that government of Odisha launched first of its kind scheme, Balaram. Balaram, it is again for the COVID-19 situation, but it's not for the micro, small or medium scale industry. It is for the agriculture. That agriculturist labor or the agriculture peasants or the farmers are in debt. That's why this scheme was launched, so that money can be provided to them. And this money is utilized by the NABARD. Now next, learn from picture, and it is the last question of the day. Delhi government started Nirman Mazdoor Registration Abhiyan. This is again new kind of initiative by Arvind Kejriwal, known for the new kind of initiatives. And now this is the Mazdoor Registration Abhiyan. By this registration, the registration camps will be set up in the 70 schools, so they can register. And these 70 schools established under each assembly of the Delhi. It means Delhi has 70 constituent assembly. It means in every assembly there is one registration camp will be open. The special camp will provide tech support to the construction workers. It means the construction worker will be trained and the technical support will be provided under this special camps. The workers can submit the application form online, so the physical verification done be at the special camps. So there is eligibility that age should be the 18 to 60 years. The age between 80 to 60 years, so you can register. So it is a 15-day campaign. 15-day campaign, you have to remember, this is just for the 15 days. It will start on the 24th August to the 28th August first, and after that it will be started for the 15 days. It means it is the time period for the registration. 24th August to 28th August is the time period for registration. After that it will be started for the 15 days. Now, I hope you understand all the news very well. These current affairs now also provided in Hindi. You can check our website or you can check the YouTube channel. This video will be published also in Hindi. Thank you for watching this video. I think current affairs by the Affairs Cloud PDF boost your confidence on the general affairs section. In this video, we are expecting 300 likes and it will help us do better, and we hope you will support us. 300 likes, guys. If you give 300 likes, then it will boost us and it will help us to do better in the future. Please do comment in the comment section. I will read myself all the comments and take action according to that comments. Thank you.